します。会場内での飲食は禁止されております。ご飲食はロビーフォアエアにてお願いいたします。 ちの携帯電話や音の出る電子機器類は競技進行の妨げにならないようマナーモードに設定していただくか電源をお切りください。また会場内での撮影は商用利用以外に限り撮影が可能です。携帯などでの動画撮影や写真撮影はくれぐれも音を出さないよう、またフラッシュ機能は必ずオフにしていただきますようお願い申し上げます。試合の妨げになり試合が中断などした場合は運営側の判断によりご退場していただく場合もございますので、あらかじめご理解ご了承お願い申し上げます。本日会場内は全館禁煙となります。おタバコを吸われる方は会場入り口を出て右手別当竹島ノースタワー内の喫煙所をご利用ください。会場内での飲食は禁止されております。可動式の客席が故障などしないようご飲食のお持ち込みはくれぐれもご遠慮くださるようお願いいたします。またご飲食はロビーホワイエにてお願いいたします。この後10時45分よりオープニングセレモニーと決勝トーナメント男子ベスト16の試合を始めさせていただきます。選手の素晴らしいプレーやパフォーマンスには大きな拍手と声援を持って応援いただきますようお願い申し上げます。そして本日の指定席チケットをご購入いただいたギャラリーの皆様には大会終了後にギャラリー抽選会がございます。お手持ちの指定席チケットは最後までなくさずに試合終了までお持ちいただき、抽選のプレゼントをゲットしてください。 本日は第36回ジャパンオープンにご来場いただき誠にありがとうございます。ご来場の皆様にご案内とお願いを申し上げます。お手持ちの携帯電話や音の出る電子機器類は競技進行の妨げにならないようマナーモードに設定していただくか電源をお切りください。また会場内での撮影は商用利用以外に限り撮影が可能です。携帯などでの動画撮影や写真撮影はくれぐれも音を出さないよう、またフラッシュ機能は必ずオフにしていただきますようお願い申し上げます。試合の妨げになり試合が中断などした場合は運営側の判断によりご退場していただく場合もございますので、あらかじめご理解ご了承をお願い申し上げます。本大会はダイヤモンドテンプル様をメインスポンサーにお迎えし、有限会社ニューアート様、株式会社アダムジャパン様、株式会社ミキ様、エッセイサリュック様、日照亭株式会社様、有限会社 UK コーポレーション様、株式会社ジャストドゥイット様、 C&F リーグ様、株式会社 BAB ジャパン様、シフト合同会社様、早川工房様、ビリヤードウォーカー様、アンリミテッド様、株式会社アリット様、以上の各社様をスポンサーご協賛企業としてお迎えしており、この場をお借りして厚く御礼を申し上げます。誠にありがとうございます。本日会場内は全館禁煙となります。おタバコを吸われる方は会場入り口を出て左側に進んで竹芝ふ頭公園内の喫煙所でご利用ください。会場内でのご飲食は禁止されております。可動式の客席が故障などしないよう、ご飲食のお持ち込みはくれぐれもご遠慮くださるようお願いいたします。またご飲食はロビーホワイエにてお願いいたします。この後10時45分よりオープニングセレモニーと決勝トーナメント男子ベスト16の試合を始めさせていただきます。選手の素晴らしいプレーやパフォーマンスには大きな拍手と声援を持って応援いただきますようお願い申し上げます。そして本日の指定席チケットをご購入いただいたギャラリーの皆様には大会終了後にギャラリー抽選会がございます。お手持ちの指定席チケットは最後までなくさずに試合終了までお持ちいただき、抽選のプレゼントをゲットしてください。ギャラリー抽選の商品をご提供ご協賛いただきました株式会社アダムジャパン様、株式会社ミキ様、株式会社 BAB ジャパン様、各社様へこの場をお借りして厚く御礼を申し上げます。誠にありがとうございます。それではオープニングセレモニーまで今しばらくお待ちください。
いろいろありました、関係上ね、3年間、本当に不本意な形だったんですけれども、本来の形、スケジュールもですね、大会のフォーマットもほぼ以前通りといったところで、それから声出し応援が復活した。
そうなんですよ。
夏の甲子園なんかでも、その声出し応援で、随分試合の流れが変わったりしました。で、ビリヤードって比較的静かな会場になりがちなんですけれども、メンタルのスポーツです。最後、ひと踏ん張りできるかどうか、そういった応援、皆様の拍手、声もね、構えに入ってはどうかと思いますけれども、選手への声援、応援するぞという人がいると、もうひと踏ん張りできるかと思いますので、声出し応援、ぜひ皆さんお願いしたいと思います。ちょっと練習しましょうか。
練習ですか。
私がおはようございますと言いますので、皆さんもおはようございますと言っていただいて、声を出す、鳴らしておきましょう。よろしいでしょうか。いきますよ。皆さん、おはようございます。いいお客様でありがとうございます。はい。
ありがとうございます。びっくりしちゃった。
ぜひそういった感じで声出していただければと思います。で、ジャパンオープン、ただ帰ってきたわけではございません。よりパワーアップして帰ってきたと言っても過言ではないでしょう。ご覧ください。8台並んだテーブル、すべて黒いダイヤモンドテーブルでございます。このダイヤモンドテーブルというのは、今や世界のスタンダード、US オープンをはじめ主要な世界大会はほぼこのテーブルで行われているという状況でございます。それからテーブル上のラシャ、普段我々緑に慣れてるかと思うんですけれども、マリンブルーですね。これも世界のトレンドといった形で、今後日本の皆さんがお付きになるテーブルもこの色に変わっていくものと予想されております。で、皆さん客席から見えますか。ポケット厳しいですね。これ
難しいって。
かなり厳しいですね。このエッジの切り方が本当に情けようじゃない感じがします。バチッとついたらこれガーッとなるのかなという恐怖感もあるんですけれども、これが今や世界の標準のサイズといったことで、このサイズに勝てないと世界では戦えないといったところでね、日本のレベルアップのためにもこの厳しい環境が用意されていると言っても過言ではないと思います。それからですね、今回先ほどご高齢の方、そしてお子さんもいらっしゃるということなんですけども、この決勝日に残った選手も非常に世代が幅広くて、20代前半からなんと還暦の選手まで今日決勝日に残っております。それぞれの世代で応援していただければと思っておりますけれどもね。さあ、長々と喋ってはいけません。申し遅れました。本日の司会進行を担当いたします私、石田金と申します。よろしくお願いします。そして
坂田恵美子です。一日よろしくお願いいたします。
ありがとうございます。
それでは閉会の申し訳ございません。言い直します。開会の挨拶を日本プロポケットビリヤード連盟理事長斉藤健吾より申し上げます。
皆さんおはようございます。私が JPBA 理事長の斉藤健吾でございます。第36回ジャパンオープン開催にあたり一言ご挨拶を申し上げます。昨年よりメインスポンサーとしてテーブルのダイヤモンド仕様を、6台のダイヤモンドをテーブルをニューアート様に設置していただきました。今年は8台のダイヤモンドテーブルを有限会社ニューアート様に設置していただき、決勝戦では選手がプレーしやすいようにと台の間隔を広め対応していただけることで大変ありがとうございます。まずはこの場を借りてメインスポンサーのダイヤモンド様と有限会社ニューアート様に厚く御礼を申し上げ誠にありがとうございます。また本日ご来場いただいたお客様に御礼を申し上げ本当にありがとうございます。23年前、原宿ウエストホールにより特設会場で開催から始まり、このニューピアホールでの 開催も定着いたしました。ファンの皆様には白熱したゲームの醍醐味を堪能していただき、国内最高のオープン戦にふさわしい華やかなイベントを楽しんでいただければ幸いです。今年もダイヤモンド様をメインスポンサーに迎え、ジャパンオープンのファイナルラウンドにふさわしい演出で皆様のニーズに応えるべく、さらに見応えあるトーナメントに進化続けるよう努めてまいります。男子は10ボール、女子は9ボール、種目は違っても目標は同じ勝利、優勝になります。今年もきっと新たなヒーロー、ヒロインが誕生することでしょう。選手に盛大な声援のほどをよろしくお願い申し上げます。そしてジャパンオープンを楽しんでください。最後に大会開催にあたり、メインスポンサー様のダイヤモンド様、有限会社ニューアート様をはじめ、毎年ご協力をいただけます株式会社アダムジャパン様、株式会社ミキ様、SA サリック様、株式会社日照亭様、および協賛各社、各関係各位様にこの場を借りて心より厚く御礼申し上げます。日々鍛錬を重ね戦い続ける選手の皆さんのご活躍を今年も大いに期待して開会のご挨拶とさせていただきます。ありがとうございます。
JPBA 理事長斉藤健吾よりご挨拶申し上げました。さあ、試合を備えて選手の皆さん袖にスタンバイされております。みんな闘志にあふれる顔をしていますね。では行きましょうか。それでは男子ベスト16の試合を開始いたします。
それでは選手紹介をさせていただきます。1番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイ自由空間メッツ級土方隼人。
大きな拍手でお願いください。
1番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイセッションナオリ北谷義弘。
声援もかかりました。
2番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイジャストルーイットユニバーサル栗林徹。2番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイ清水不動産ナビゲータージャパン杉山幸喜。3番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイ UK コーポレーションジャストドゥイットドリーメン。
もう決まりましたね。
3番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイプランネルザンカップ早瀬裕二。4番テーブルフィリピンスポンサードバイ J フラワー級 SBR アルドリンマンリアルシーンマライアン。4番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイ全球 T2 ファクトリー飯間智也。
昨年のチャンピオンです。
5番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイ清水不動産メッツ級谷橋健信。5番テーブル アマチュア選手田代亮太。6番テーブルフィリピンスポンサードバイナビゲーターキーサンディバレリアーノ・パジュアイ。6番テーブルフィリピンスポンサードバイビゼンタップジェイク・ラバーキューデニス・オルコロ。7番テーブルフィリピンスポンサードバイビュータップチームバユガンオリバー・ビラベルテ。7番テーブルフィリピンスポンサードバイチーズ級ビュータップアントニオ・リニング。8番テーブルフィリピンスポンサードバイナビゲータージャパンチームバルガデモステニス・ポルボル。8番テーブル JPBA スポンサードバイプレデター各位木原弘方。
ご覧いただいて分かるように若い選手もいます、ベテランもいます、海外勢が6人もこの決勝日に残っています。とにかくこの決勝日に残るだけでも大変なことなんです。このニューピアホール進出を果たしました16人の選手に今一度温かい拍手をお願いします。ありがとうございます。では選手の皆さんには2分間の練習をスタートしていただきたいと思います。それぞれ2分間練習を行ってください。
Mic testing.
No, I think we're live. Okay, welcome to the Japan Open, the 36th annual Japan Open. Is that right?
It is.
It is the 36th annual Japan Open. And I think we're on the match with HIJIKATA and KITATANI. Table 1. Are you not able to get on the net here? Okay. We're looking for some good matches here. We're down to
Final 16
8
on the
tables.
men's side.
Yep. 8 tables, and we've got basically all Japan and Filipino players except for one, it looks like. We have a player from it's not letting me pull it up. Looks like they're just doing some warm-up shots here.
They each get one.
Each get one rack
Each
to
get
rack.
one rack.
One rack to warm up with.
No more than one break. One rack each.
So we're playing on diamond tables, pro cut pockets, I believe. Those are the 4.5-inch pockets. But they're pretty tight. The shelves are pretty. I guess they're medium-sized depths. We've seen last year we saw a number of balls hang in the pocket. We'll see how it goes this year. We're playing with the Aramis Black tournament balls, which still give me problems because of that ball right there, that pink 5 ball. So how are you feeling about this? Oh,
This match?
oh, by the way, I am Leslie, and I'm here with,
I'm Leslie.
and we're here to give you a little bit of an English commentary on the status of this here tournament, the Japan Open, 36th Annual Japan Open. And we're down to the final 16. We got 8 tables going. I'm not exactly sure which table we're going to be watching. I think it's this one right here.
We are going to
table
be
one.
watching table 1, which is
HIJIKATA Hayato and KITATANI Yoshihiro. Now, these names might not mean anything, but they are pretty prominent players. I think, where is the rankings? So, we have HIJIKATA is currently ranked, wow, they have 3 different ranking systems, but right now he's ranked number 2 in the JPBA ranking, but his rating is currently ranked number 8. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, so his current JPBA ranking is number 2. Now his opponent, Kitatani-san, his current JPBA ranking at the table right now, his current ranking is 7th. Oh, and here we are with the nicknames. So HIJIKATA has a nickname. I don't know what it is here in Japan with giving players nicknames. He is the Prince of Bro.
that's a new one.
It's a new one. Of course, this is probably they probably translated it to English from Japanese. It probably sounds cooler in Japanese. Kitatani-san is the active volcano of Kokura. Active volcano. I guess that means he's. I don't know, but I guess that means he's a pretty volatile player.
He's from Fukuoka.
Yep. He's from Fukuoka, Japan. He plays right-handed. I'm not sure who he's sponsored by. All the players here are sponsored by someone.
This is Kitatani.
This right here at the table is
Shooting right now.
Kitatani. I don't know if we're going to get any overhead shots or side shots like we were getting last year. Yes, in case you're just tuning in, we're coming into this blind really because they didn't give us a run-through on the angles that we'll be seeing. Although that green ball is very difficult to see on this monitor. Is that green?
It is green.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to get used to the colors of the balls because we'll have to be calling them out later on when we get into the match itself.
Green is 6. The 9 is black with
bumble-
yellow
the
stripe.
bumblebee.
The bumblebee.
Yep.
And that 10 ball is black with a blue stripe.
I'm not a fan of the blue cheese ball. That is very confusing, especially when overhead lighting.
Sometimes difficult to distinguish it from the 8.
And the 2, depending on how it's laying and what angle you're looking from. We were fooled by that ball a number of times last year. So let's just do a quick breakdown of the equipment that we're playing on. We're playing on the Diamond Pro, right, with the Pro Cut table, Pro Cut pockets, as I mentioned earlier. They're 4.5.
Supplied by New Art Japan.
So not only supplied by, but also installed by New Art Japan. Now, the diamond tables, they come in a number of different styles. They come in, of course, you've got your 7-foot, your 8-foot, your 9-foots. Here we're playing on the 9-foot tables. The pockets, there are a number of different options. You can go with the Pro Cuts, which are 4.5 inch. They also have some custom cuts that are like 4 1/4, and they also have 4 1/8, which gets pretty tight there. But these, I believe, we're playing with the Pro Cut pockets. The tables, I believe, if they're set up just like last year, then they're set up, what was it, 5 centimeters or something, or 50 centimeters? They're set up lower.
A little low.
A little lower than you would find them in, for example, in the U.S. or in Europe or somewhere like that. Which is pretty common here in Japan. I remember playing in Japan and walking up to the table and thinking I grew a couple of inches because the table was hitting my table leg lower. The cloth that we're playing on is the Simonis 760 cloth. Last year it was Nikkei cloth. And this is the marine blue version of the cloth.
And we're about to have, okay, all of the tables are racked. We're focusing on table number 1 here, but we're also going to have view of table 2. With Toru Kuribayashi
Oh,
and
Kuririn, yeah.
Sugiyama.
Well, I'll keep an eye on that table just in the background a little bit. I've played Kuribayashi in a Japan Open, and he opened up with a 6-pack on me. I was not able to overcome. Okay, so I don't know if you could hear the announcement that's playing in the background, but the player who won the lag will now perform the opening break. Now in Japan, it's they do a all simultaneous
break.
opening break.
Kind of ceremonial.
Yes, it's very ceremonial. There's a lot of ceremony in Japan. That's not coming off. It's on. Is it? Was it on the screen? Oh, it did come off. Okay, here we go.
Dramatic music.
Dramatic music and dramatic break. And we're off on the Japan Open. Now, let's take a look at his break here. We're using the sheet racks. These sheet racks are great.
This is the
It's
Turtle
called
Rack 2.
The Turtle Rack 2. I remember first playing with these sheet racks coming off of wooden racks and the Sardo rack and all those, and moving into these sheet racks. The corner balls can tend to fly in quite a bit, so the breaker has a pretty good offense. Huh? Yes. The player has a pretty good offense because they know they're going to be making a ball. Although in this time, we didn't get a ball on the break, which that's actually pretty rare. So we've got the one ball. I don't know how straight he is. Yeah.
The table.
Might just play this with a little follow. Go up to the end rail, side rail, and back out for the 2 in the lower left corner pocket here.
He's looking to see what he can.
Oh, is he looking
may
to stop?
be straight.
He may be. Is he straight? Well, if he can stop, he can pull back.
He can draw back just a bit.
He's far enough off the rail on that. So let's see what he does here. He is going low. Okay, so he's either going to try to pull it back a little bit, and even if it stops, he still has a fairly decent cut on it, so he's not going to be in any trouble. As long as he doesn't go forward, he's okay. So he has successfully made the 1 ball. Now he's coming across looking at the 2. Where is the 3? Oh, it's down at the end rail over there. So he's going to... Wow, does he go between the 9 and the 7, or does he try to draw a little bit and go between the rail and the 7 down? Between the 9 and 7? So a lot of follow. Go to the rail, back to the other side rail and out. Now he wants to come on up and out and have an angle on that 3 so he can get to the 4, which is the purple ball?
No, the 4 is the light pink.
The light pink.
Along the rail near the first diamond.
All right, so we're probably looking at a rail first situation. Oh no, is he going to try to draw?
Got enough to pull up.
Oh, he can cheat the pocket, I guess, and pull up it like that. There we go.
Barely.
And this is where the purple ball comes in after the pink ball. I still need to get
the
room.
4 is light pink.
Light
the 5
pink.
is purple.
The 5 is sitting there over there by the 10 ball. So how do you do this? Do you cinch it in, or do you try to go around the table?
He's got quite an angle here.
You could probably use a whole lot of right and just try to come
And
wide
hold
up off the rail.
Maybe even try and bump into that 6 ball.
I don't even think he needs to bump into the 6 ball. Oh, I guess it was a little bit more of a cut than it looked like from here. Oh, we did get an overhead shot. Great. Okay, time to bring out the extension. So HIJIKATA at the table. As we mentioned earlier, his nickname is the Prince of Bro, and I don't know why Bro is in all caps. He was born in 1989. He turned pro in 2006. He was born here in Tokyo, Japan. Blood type, if you're interested, blood type A. He plays with an Exceed Q, and as you can see, he plays right-handed. He's sporting the black hair today. Okay, so 6 ball, just draw low, come back up, shoot the 7 in the side pocket. Oh, he had more angle than that. Okay, well, it looked like he was straight from here. 7 in the corner.
How much angle did inside? How
Or
much angle
seven
does he
inside,
have?
yeah.
Can he go 2 rails for the 8?
You might want
There
to
we
just
go.
to ensure you have an angle. So a little high right to get. Oh, he's going to stay
just
on the
touch it.
inside of the 8 ball. Well, if you play short side, you're pretty much guaranteed to have an angle, so that's not a bad shot. Now here you can go 1 rail up and out towards the middle of the pocket, or do 2 rails with a little bit of left to come back towards the rail where he's shooting from.
That's a better option. It gives
Yeah.
you the choice of the side or the corner.
Yes. 1, 2.
Okay.
There we go.
He's going to slide this into the side and just slide down.
Just drift
4 feet.
forward. Is he going to drift forward for the 10 or stun to the side? I think he's going to drift forward with a little bit of high, just a light touch.
And he tried to push it a little bit too much.
Now, why did he miss it? He missed it. He overcut
overcut
it.
it.
Why did he overcut it? Was he trying to come to this side of the 10 ball?
He was trying to pull it back.
So a lot of times when you're looking at shots like this, and you get it into your head that you want to go to a certain side with the cue ball, that becomes your priority, and then you lose focus on making the shot.
That was a nice safety.
That is a good safety. So we're playing call pocket on all shots. So even if you're kicking, there's no
Gentleman's call is what
gentleman's
they call it.
call. Yeah, there's no slopping in, which means that you don't win if you make the 10 on the break because you didn't call it.
I don't think there's a call even. If you make the 10 on the break, it is. Oh, he
He
fouled.
Okay, so we have a foul, which gives us a ball in hand. And so here we go, just play the 9, and you can drift out. I mean, you can stun up to the middle of the table if you want, or I don't like to baby shots too much, so maybe go forward to the side rail and back out. You
I
don't
don't
have to
think
worry
the
about
side
the speed.
rail. On this one, I would go 2
Just
rails
go-
if I wanted to take an angle, but I think he's just going to
He's
stun up.
just going to stun up. That's good too. There you go, stun up. Shoot the 10 in the corner. Maybe a little bit of high, or just to keep the ball from going up towards another pocket.
We do have electronic scoreboards, but the referees still have to go and
Why do they have to go and do that?
manually
Okay.
check them. We also have a shot clock on those electronic scoreboards.
Okay, so KITATANI, who is currently at the table and racking, it's self-rack. Which
and random racking except for the 1 and the 10.
Yeah, but you know that's a lot of players tend to have their ways of placing the balls and that they
The
practice.
rules are very specific on
Yeah.
how to do that self-rack and have it random.
Yeah. Okay. So KITATANI, as we mentioned, his nickname was the active volcano of Kokura. Don't know where that is. He is currently 47 years old, turned pro in 2000. His birthplace is Fukuoka, Japan. Blood type is B, and he plays right-handed. Currently, his JPB ranking is 7th, and his rating as of September of 2023 is rank 36. Now, these two players have played before in Japan-sanctioned events, and so far, HIJIKATA, who is currently sitting, is up 4-3. So they played 7 times, and it's pretty close. All right, so now we have a 2 ball straight up in the corner
Great
pocket.
break.
It was a good break. That 5 ball is pretty close to down here, so don't have to do too much. So 2, just drift forward a little bit, maybe center ball or a little high, and play the 3 ball in the opposite corner pocket. Go take a look at where that 5 ball is, because you want to know where you want to be to get to the 6. So
If he has an angle to come back.
Yeah,
over
come
to
back
the
towards the rail over
right
here.
side.
Yeah, or, ooh, yeah, there he goes. Come back towards the rail. And he has enough angle. It's close enough to the pocket. He has enough angle to go to the end rail and spin out wide and come out to the side rail and back out for the 6, or he could go straight up and down, which I'm not quite a fan of, running into that
Not with
8 and
that,
the 10
not
ball.
with that 10 ball.
There we go. Come out wide to the side rail, back out.
Pretty, and
There
he's
you go.
got an angle.
Good. And he's got an angle to get to the 7, but
rails.
it's kind of a weird angle because he's going to be going towards the bottom side. So you want to go forward to the end rail. You want to hit the end rail fairly soon so that you have a sharper angle coming up. If you hit this too hard, your cue ball ends up going too close to the corner pocket. You're going to take a very shallow angle off there. You don't want that. Come on out.
Like that.
Oh,
Oh, he just made it tough on
see, and
him.
that's what we didn't want to do. But he's still at the table. Now he can shoot it in the side, but what to do with the 8? Well, he could go 3 rails around to the bottom and shoot the 8 in the side pocket over here. I don't know. That's pretty tough. Or he can try a 2-rail shape with a very firm shot, kind of center ball, right? So you get a sharp angle off the top rail. Oh no, he's going to hold it. Does he have enough room to get between? Oh,
Thank you.
thank you for that visual. Yeah, it does look like he has room to get between
He's
there.
going to get by and cut it, but he's going to have to hold the ball or travel around.
There's no need
I
to
think he
hold.
holds.
What do you mean by hold? I think it's just 2 rail. Just go to
Low speed.
go to the end rail. And shoot the 10 with a little bit of low just to hold the cue ball. Go to hold the cue ball towards the side rail so you don't scratch. There you go. And there we go. Now that we have a score of 2-1.
2-0.
Or 2-0. Are they alternating break or is it it's winter break? Winter break self-rack.
So far.
That is a dangerous combination. All you need to do is just place, well, you know where the 1 ball is going. Just place the 2 ball correctly, or even with a random placement, you just have to get into the sweet spot of the break because of the sheet racks. It's pretty easy to make a ball. In 9 ball, the corner ball always goes. In 10 ball, a lot of times we see that 1 ball go 3 rails around. Okay, so when it comes to the random rack, the way they're doing it is first they place all the balls on the end rail, kind of flat to the end rail. And as you're racking, you take the end balls and place them up into the rack. And that's basically how you get your random rack. So you have to place the balls as they're laid out against the side rail.
Just as you pull them out.
Yep. So it is trying to reduce the amount of break and runs and people just running away with a match.
Put a little more force on that
yeah,
break.
He put a lot on that break, but left the table. He did not make anything. Okay, so we have the 1 to the lower left corner pocket. Shoot with a little bit of high, come off the end rail, and back out for the 2 in the opposite corner pocket. Just a nice gentle stroke. Oh, that was a little shaky. All right, now
This is
the
the
2
3
ball,
there.
basically a stop shot to keep an angle on that 3 ball. Where's the 4? The light pink is over there. So if he keeps an angle on that point, on that 3, actually lower high angle doesn't really matter.
Oh, he had enough
he
to
had
go
more
over.
angle than we thought.
Off the rail.
Okay, so
Now he seems the angle to come back to the side.
He has the angle, but I don't know if that's what he wants to do. You could go forward 2 rails and come out on the other side of that 7, right there where he's pointing. It's a pretty natural.
Across for the 5.
Yeah, I don't know about pulling back towards the rail where he is right now. You have a chance of getting hidden too much. This one, you just have to make sure that I would put more top than right on this. That's why you don't want to put too much right on it. The right took the ball off the end rail and gave it a wider angle off the end rail. You didn't want that. You wanted the sharper angle off the end rail. So just straight top to take it firmer into the end rail and let it come a little bit more naturally off, and that would have taken him away towards the other side of the 7 ball. Also, if he put in a little bit more speed, he would have had a sharper angle off that end rail. So it's 6 1, half dozen of the other. There are many different ways to achieve what you're trying to do with the cue ball. There are only 3 things you can control in this game. That's angle, speed, and spin. Your angle is already decided for you by where you're trying to make it. That's a good hit.
Got a 2 rail kick instead of 1 rail and managed to get safe.
This is what we call a roll. So he did get a little bit of a roll.
Takes a deep breath.
Yep. Did he call a pocket? He did not call a pocket, did he? So I guess he's playing safe. It doesn't go by that 10, so he's just going to tap it maybe? No, he did. He played it firm. And he left the shot to the side pocket. These side pockets are pretty finicky if you're looking at them from where he's standing. But he should have no problem with this. And shoot it with a little bit of low to kill the cue ball around where it is. Draw it back.
You didn't want to mess with the 10. Ooh,
guess it
looks pretty straight.
He's got a little bit of an angle.
Enough to stun for this hit.
He's got enough of an angle to either stun straight up with some draw or go forward to the rail and back out. Yep, he did have enough angle to stun it up. Okay, now for the 6, he's got an angle going towards his right. So he could go 2 rails around the 7 for the 7 in the opposite corner, or it can go straight up and down.
Sitting high on the ball.
Pocket the ball. 1, 2.
A little soft and for the same corner. Okay.
Okay, so where's the 8? Why does the 8 look like the 10? This is where the colors of the balls come in, these black balls. So the 8 ball
reflection off the table.
Yeah. The 8 ball is the one that's higher up here, right there towards the middle of the table. So for the 10 ball has the number in the blue stripe. The 8 ball has the number
off the side.
No,
just nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Good. What do you do here?
Here
Drop
is
out?
it's just a standard shot. You go to the side rail and back out and shoot the 10 in the lower right-hand corner. You've got to put a little bit of speed on it. You think he draws back to the side rail? I don't know.
No, he may have left you off.
No, I think it's just a stun to the rail with a little bit of left and
Nice
pop
speed.
out.
Cool. Could have used a little more pop there.
No, he's got plenty. He's got plenty. You don't want to do too much. You want to do just enough to get the job done. Okay.
2 to 1.
2 to 1. Or 1 to 2.
KITATANI.
Or 1 to 2, depending on who you're rooting for and how you score these matches. Okay, so we place the balls onto the end rail and grab the 1 ball, of course, wherever it is. It's the first one to come out. And then from there you grab the balls on the ends and roll them up into the rack. So there you have your random rack. We really haven't been seeing a whole lot of success on the break. Granted, we've only seen 3 games, but so far 2 out of 3 were dry. Let's see how well he does. He's staying closer to the middle. A lot of times they're breaking from around half to 1 diamond off center.
This is his first break.
Is it his first break? Oh, okay. Yes, it is. Let's see how he does. Reset. He didn't like it. And go. And that's a good
Nice
break.
center action on that cue ball.
We're not getting a whole lot of action on the break. I recall last year we had a good amount of
A lot of
break and
balls
runs.
made.
A lot of balls made. I don't know if it's the difference in the cloth or maybe the tables are still a little bit wet. I'm sure the studio lights will dry them up. And he's a little blocked by the 7 on that 1 ball.
I can see it, but I'm not sure. No, he's calling it.
Oh, he's calling it, so I guess he can see it.
And he
No,
fought.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there
I think he could
because,
see more of it. He thought he
Well-
could see more of it than he could.
well, even still at that speed of stroke, what was he going to do for the 2 ball? He would have been just kind of cinching. Might have been better off to play. Are they playing shoot rollouts here?
Yes, there is a push-out option.
Oh, then I might have taken a push-out option, or just try to play some safety rather than calling the ball. Or he called the ball in case he made it. But still, that doesn't make any sense because he would have been left high and dry for the 2 ball. Okay, shooting the 2. This is a stop shot, but you want to be careful. He's right-handed, so he'd be shooting between that 9. There you go.
Over the 9 ball.
His bridge hand might be a little bit in the way there. He's right-handed, so his bridge hand is going to be around where that 9 ball is. This is going to bridge long. And long and jacked up. And just a little bit of a center ball, depending on your speed. Just a little bit of center ball. I let it come off the rail and just drift up for the 4 ball.
Yes, good
And-
angle to come around for the purple 5 ball.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty standard road map here. 4 ball come off the side rail with a little bit of right to come towards the 5. It gives you an angle to go to the rail and back out for the 6. So not a whole lot to do here. A little bit of right, take the angle off that rail. Don't come
Slow
too
down.
far. You don't want to get straight on that 5 ball.
Definitely one angle to be able to come up for the 6.
And he almost has not enough angle. I mean, this is doable, but he's really going to have to stroke it pretty well if he wants to stun out. I think he might even try to draw this. No? Okay, good. He did take the stun out option.
And didn't use a lot of spin.
Well,
So he has quite an angle
you
here.
really can't. You use the speed and stun to take the angle off the ball and come off the side rail. Now the 6 ball is just a cinch. You want to make the 6 and just come back out towards the middle of the table. He might try to kill it with a little bit of an inside spin to hold the angle of that cue ball so it doesn't go towards the 7 or to the
His
other side of
priority
the
has
7.
to be making the ball with.
And come to the middle
Speed.
of the table, and he's a little far, but he's okay.
That's great.
Now the 8 ball goes in the side, so here. Oh,
Or he may
Oh,
choose
no,
to
it
hold it
doesn't.
and go for the corner.
he may hold it and go for the corner. 2 rails around the 8,
Just sneak around it.
which is my preferred path to get to that ball. They're all getting left with really weird
This is
angles
another
on
finicky
these.
angle.
Yeah.
It doesn't have very
So
much.
he can try to put some speed on it to try to stun off the ball and off the side rail to get off the rail to shoot the 9, or he can cinch it. Don't know.
Depends on what his preferred angle is if he wants to be on the inside or outside
See where he
of the
puts
9.
his cue ball. He's
Looks like he's
cueing
going
kind of low. So he might be cinching it. Yep. And here, again, another finicky angle. He's pretty straight. Stop shot would give you a pretty sharp cut on that 10. I don't know. Do you want to draw back, or do you want? Okay, he's going to hit low, and maybe with just a medium speed, so that by the time the cue ball gets there, it has a little bit of a forward roll, so it drifts forward. Worst case scenario, he gets a stop shot, which that's totally fine. So let's see, hitting low and a nice soft. There we go, and get a little drift. So the way that works is that when you cue low, the cue ball starts off spinning backwards. Now, as it's skidding against the table, it starts to build up forward roll, which is basically follow. So another way to get a tiny bit amount of follow on a cue ball if you're straight is to imagine shooting a stop shot and just use less speed, because now you're taking that cue ball out of its skid zone for where it's contacting that object ball.
And by the time it gets there, it has a little bit of forward roll.
By the time it gets there, it has a little bit of forward roll. So in pool, you can play a follow shot by cueing low. I think that's kind of the difference between B players and A players, is understanding that, really, and how to use that. Angle, speed, and spin, that's how we do it. Okay, so he is a quarter diamond off center.
Okay, 2-2.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of half diamonds from center, but he's going quarter diamond from center. He did not have success earlier. Let's see if that changes. Okay.
Control on the cue ball.
Good control on the cue ball, and again we have a dry break. Excuse me, got the hiccups today. Okay. Yeah.
5-ball tried.
5-ball tried. Okay, so immediate issue, 1 ball.
What do you do
It's a
here?
pretty sharp cut. You can cut it in and just go 3 rails back and forth, come back across the table to where he's about right now to shoot the 2.
I didn't see if he called.
I
Is it safety?
Did he call a safety?
No, he
Yeah,
tried to
yep.
cut it.
He tried the 3 cushion back and forth, and it didn't work.
And he's left the one.
He punched that shot a little bit more than I thought he would. Not as smooth of a stroke as I'm used to seeing from him. Okay, so here we're going to shoot the one on the side with some left-hand spin to take a wide angle off the side rail and wide angle off the end rail to come towards the side for the 2. Now the 3,
Enough angle to get to the 3. The 3 is near the spot.
it is near the
Oh,
spot.
there is a 310 option here, but I think he's going to drift forward.
Yeah,
gonna
he's
go
looking
forward
at
and
the
shooting
side pocket. Now there is a game that the Japanese players play here called 5-9, and in that game, it's a game of 9-ball basically, and you play with points. And in that game, the 5 and the 9 are worth more points when you shoot them in the side. So they actually have a lot of practice shooting balls into the side pocket and playing shape for that side pocket shot.
That was great.
And
It was a nice, clean shot.
and, yeah.
He's got.
And I believe HIJIKATA was a 5-9 champion at one point.
Oh,
They had a 5-9 matchup at one point. Okay, so here we have a combination. You want to shoot this with a little bit of right to pull the cue ball, to keep the cue ball from going forward, because you want to play shape on that 4 ball after it makes that 5. You want to kind of separate it out a little bit. Come on. Oh,
soft.
no, he just wanted a center ball soft. Okay, that works too. I guess it on the off chance that the 4 ball hit the 5 ball a little bit on the left, it would have come to the side rail. He still would have had shape, so maybe he's looking at that as well. 2 rails out, 6 in the side pocket. We want the cue ball to slow down. Is the tail speeding up? Okay, so where do we want to be on that 7? He goes to take a look. He says, okay, I want to be fairly straight, but still have an angle because I want to come off the rail. So he's going to drift forward about 2 ball widths. No, okay. Now here you shoot with low and a little bit of left. The low is to draw it back. The left widens the angle off the side rail and gives it a little bit of speed. So he pops out for the 8 ball. And he didn't pop out enough. Maybe not enough draw. Now he's got a sharp cut on the 8 ball. And this looks like a double the rail. 2 rails back and forth. So shoot the 8 in the lower right hand corner pocket with high. Go towards the bottom rail, back across to the top other side rail, and back out for the 9. I don't know if he wants to risk doing anything fancy like spinning it around, because that's a pretty touchy shot as it is. So I don't know if he wants to spin out and play the 9 on the side. No, I don't think so.
A little inside.
Yeah, it's going to be a little follow. He's just going to go 2 rails back and forth, double the rail. Okay. And another 50-yard line. They're getting a lot of those. But it's okay. He can cinch draw this down and shoot the 10 ball in that pocket that he's hunched over right now. Or he can punch it and stun out to shoot it in the opposite corner. But nope, he's going to pull it down to shoot it in the corner where he's at. The first option is usually the best. Keeping it simple.
More acronyms.
Now we're just going to pocket the 10. Side rail.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
3-2.
And we have the 3-2. So he's on a
HIJIKATA.
3-rack run right now.
Yes.
Okay. Ball's flat on the rail. Find the 1 ball. So what did you think when you first used these sheet racks? Of course, it was 9 ball for those, but
The 9 ball racks, I have more experience with the diamond seal racks than with these turtles. I do like the turtle.
I found that it made the 9 ball game very offensive because you didn't really have to pound the break. You could soft break, bring the cue ball to the middle, make a corner ball, and have a shot on the 1. It was pretty easy to follow the 1 around. In 10 ball, it's a little bit different, which may be why they switched to 10 ball for these for these
It's
tournaments.
breaking from the same spot.
Same spot. I don't know why he doesn't
See what his cue
move
ball
since
does
he
this
hasn't
time.
had success.
He hit a little on the left side of the rack last. A little on the right side, we
Oh.
did have a ball go
Yeah,
in.
ball go in.
2
and-
balls go in at least.
But he didn't really hold control of the cue ball very well. He hit pretty fairly well off to the right side of the rack, and the cue ball bounced back towards the side rail.
And he does not have a direct shot on the 1.
Yeah, there are some players that do that on purpose. It's sort of like a cut break and try to follow the 1 up table because it normally goes up table. I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I think he's just trying to pound it and stay in the middle. But he was a little bit off center on his break. I think he needs to move the cue ball a little bit more to the right and hit that same spot, and he'll be making the ball and controlling the cue ball a little bit better.
What do you do here? You do have the option of a push out. But I'm not sure. He may choose to play.
I don't know if a push out would be
safe here.
advantageous because
Right.
wherever you push, the opponent's going to be able to either play safe or make a ball. You might be better off going ahead and trying to play safe from here with a kick. Just kick the one ball towards the, what is that? What color, is that pink? Is that, what is that?
That's the
Is that the
red
3-ball?
3-ball.
Okay,
Oh,
now he
rolling.
is going to roll out. He's going to push out, leave a very thin shot on the one ball. I don't know if that's good enough because it looks like you can shoot the one between the 2 and the rail and have it come out a little bit, leave the cue ball up table and get the 2 in the way to play safe.
It's touchy. I can't tell if he can see the whole ball.
I think he can see the whole ball. He might even be able to make the one ball in the side. Although
Oh,
it's
he's turned it back over.
he's turned
to
it over. I guess he
Hijikata.
doesn't like it. Well, I thought he could see the whole ball, in which case you could play a pretty good safety from here. But let's see what he does. Is he going to cut it down to the end rail? Yeah.
Down to the end and try and leave it behind the 10.
Okay. I think he did leave a little bit of paint.
Just a bit.
I think he can see it, but that's just part of the equation. The question is, what do I do with what I can see?
Just. Oh,
Does he have
not
enough speed?
speed.
No, he doesn't have enough speed.
Just a little slow.
A little bit slow. Okay. And he's got the back at the table. He's looking at 2 rails around that pocket to come out for the 2 on the side. And he's looking at what angle he wants to have on the 2 to come back out for what I assume is the 3 ball by the side rail over there. So this is going to be with follow, maybe a touch of right. And come off 2 rails, end rail, side rail. Come out for the 2. You want to be away from the rail to be comfortable stroking. Now he should have an angle that takes him to the side rail, and he can just bump out 1 rail across to the 3. Yep, he's shooting with a little bit of a roll. Into the side, off the side rail, back out for the 3. Use that right there. If he can just get basically a stop shot, he might be okay. He's not liking that.
Can he reach it?
Yeah, I'm surprised when he shot that too, he didn't try to hold the angle a little bit more to come more towards the middle of the table for the 3 instead of letting it go up that high. Yeah, these look easy, but they're not as easy as they look because you have to make sure to hold your body steady as you're stroking it, all climbing up on the table and jacked up over the 8 ball.
What do you do here? He's got a good bit of angle. Can he hold it on this side for the 8?
Does it go past the 9? It does not go past the 9.
Not go past the 9.
Okay.
Oh, he's having the referee clean off that
Clean
cue
off the ball.
It's another thing, this Aramuth tournament black ball set. Some of you have played with what we call the measles ball, the red spotted Aramuth.
Yeah, I
ball.
prefer the measle over
The
the
black spots are a little hard.
mumps ball. I don't
Would
know
it
what
be
to
mumps?
call.
What
I
would-
don't know if it would be mumps or measles.
What do you do?
Left hand.
He's going to stroke it
Well,
pretty
yeah,
firm and
do it a
bring it
little
up
left.
here.
Go to the end rail across there, and then come back up here and shoot the 8 in the side,
Go, good left spin.
just like that. And here's just a little bit of a stutter. Shoot a little low. Just hold the cue ball, but make the 8. You're just going to
Does
hold
want
the
an
cue
angle
ball.
on the 9th.
He wants an angle, but he's not too picky at this point because even straight back would be fine. Which, okay, he's pretty straight, so he's going to draw back.
Near the
As long as he's
side rim, near
well, he's going to come back to where it's hit. Oh,
just on down.
He had enough angle to go on down. Good. It looked a little straighter than that for me. And the 10 ball in the corner, just make sure you don't scratch. So, as we were talking about these tournament black balls, prior to this, some number of years ago, we used the Pro Cup balls. Remember those? The tournament TV Pro Cups? One of the main differences is that in the tournament black, the 5 and the 13 are a light purple, whereas in the tournament Pro Cup, they were orange. And orange is the more traditional color that I am familiar with for the 5 ball. The
Yes,
6
there
and the
is
4
no orange in this set.
Right. Now, the 6 and the 14 are a light green as opposed to a dark green. I can accept that. That's fine. It's just the 5 ball that bugs me.
The 7 is brown.
Well, the other part that bugs me is that there's no white. The white has been replaced by black. So that means all your striped balls are black balls. So that means now your 10 ball, black with a blue stripe, is similar to the 8 ball, which is black with a blue stripe. Didn't it have a bluish stripe
No,
on it?
I think that was just the
it was
monitor.
just the monitor.
Yeah. It's the monitor with the lighting on it. Well, we did make 2 balls. Watch out, cue ball. That 1 ball is all the way
it's-
up there and hidden. No, the 8 has no stripe. It's just a little hard to distinguish.
Are you sure? Because that's the 8 ball right there. Doesn't it look like I have a stripe? Oh, is that the reflection of the
It's
table?
the reflection of the table.
It's the reflection of the table.
That's
okay.
why it looked.
That's why it looks like it has a stripe.
Ooh.
Blue and black, though, so close as it is, it makes it difficult. Okay, so what do we do with a 1 ball? Do we play safe? Oh, he's going to push out. Could he not see it?
I think he might have been able to see it, but no.
Well, he didn't have much of a shot. I mean, the shot clock, he had plenty of time. And yes, there is a shot clock on all these
There is
shots.
a 45-second
45-second shot
There are
clock.
referees on each table.
All right, he's handing it back,
We
so
have 1 extension.
something you got to think about when you're doing a push out is there's always a chance the opponent's going to give it back to you. So you need to push out to where you have a plan of what to do if he gives it back to you. Did he call it? I saw him point to the pocket. Is he going to try to play it off one of those balls? Okay, and it's a good safety. The ball is visible, but he left the cue ball snuggled on the rail. Okay. Ooh, he's jacking up. Why is he jacking up something? Okay. Is the edge of that 8 ball in the way? Is that why he's jacking up so much?
Jacked up and jumping, is he not?
It looks like it.
Yep, he's gonna
It looks
jump
almost
this.
like a clear shot from here, but I guess it's a little bit in the way. Alright, so he's going to just jump at it and try to get a good lead. Did he call it? Okay. Okay, so he got a pretty good roll. Now Efren would just one rail kick this in.
Wow.
Now, do you try to play safe off of this? Rail first and play safe? That's a risky.
tricky.
You might get a scratch. You would have to
Tricky.
do.
Can you go under the 8 on the bottom to the end rail?
Maybe, but I think shooting from the side rail is good. You just have to make sure to hit the one ball.
Full.
Well, no, not full. Hit it thin. Let the one ball bounce one rail off the end rail and back out toward the side, and that way,
On this side.
right? And
Okay.
your cue ball is going to be left
I
high.
can't tell how close the 8 is. Let's see this angle. Okay.
Yeah, he's got enough. Yeah, you don't want to go low and try to hit full on this because then you're gonna be scratching 80% of the time. So you wanna come short on the
Maybe
side
close
rail,
to the first diamond.
diamond and a half.
Just
You want to hit it high,
Oh.
but more speed than that. That would have been perfect because now the one ball would have come out,
that way.
and the cue ball would have come off the 8 and left on the end rail. So he had the right angle, he just did not have the right speed. Okay, he's having the referee check if they're touching. I don't know why he needs to have the referee watch. There's no danger of a double hit unless the cue ball comes off the rail
I
and he
think it
hits
was
it
just that
again.
it was so close to the 8. Also, he didn't
Yeah.
want any question about him touching the 8 ball. Inadvertently.
Okay, 2 on the side. Follow, one rail off, back for the 4 ball. Come on around, come on. Okay, he's got enough of an angle to stun with a little bit of lower center and come off the side rail and back out for the 6. There we go. Yeah, that's another one of those occasions where you're thinking, I need to get to the side rail, so your focus goes away from the ball, and you end up overcutting it.
overcut
He
it just a
almost
little.
missed it. You really have to keep your focus on pocketing that ball regardless of what you're doing with the cue ball. You set in your mind how you're going to hit it, and then you focus on pocketing the balls. Yep, drift up for the 7.
Oh, it's a lot of spin.
Yep. And now what angle do you want on the 8? Do you want to be cutting it left, cutting it right? Do you want to be straight in and drawing back, following forward? These are all preferences, depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. So he's going to have an angle to go to the end rail. He can do 2 rails, end rail, side rail, or he can just go 1 rail, straight up and down. Good shot. How close are the other tables? They seem to be hesitating getting to the shot quite a bit. I don't know how close the
Watching
other
to keep
tables
from-
are to each other.
Stay away from them. Speaking of the players, looking at a couple of score lines here. Update you on this.
And good shot.
Good job.
Okay, how
we
we
have a 4-3.
4-3. And how are we
Back.
doing on the other matches?
These were, we're looking at, you can also see table, no, on this angle, but from our side angle, you can see table number 2, which is
Kuribayashi.
Kobayashi, Sugiyama.
They are also 4-3.
4-3, Sugiyama. But next to that, on table number 3, we've been watching Lo Li Wen steamroll over UGISA so far.
6-0.
6-1 now.
Oh,
just
6-1 now?
won a
Just
game.
changed?
This is a race to 8.
Wow.
One of the tables we cannot see, but a lot of people are watching is
Well,
Dennis Orkoyo
Yeah, who's having a blowout himself. 7-0 at this point
over his
over his compatriot. Yes, so
Valeriano.
the Japan Open, there are a lot of players that humorously, I guess, refer it to as the Philippine Open because of the Philippine contingent that tends to come over and play in this tournament and do rather well.
We've missed them for the last few years.
Yes, we have missed them for the last few years, but they're back. And here's the stats for the Japan Open. So far in the Japan Open, we have had 14 Japanese men's champions. Can you tell me how many Filipino champions we've had?
About the same. No.
It's exactly the same. 14. So we've had so far 14 Philippine men's champions and 14 Japanese men's champions at this tournament. So depending on what happens getting to the finals, this is kind of the tiebreaker. And right now we have
There's
six
in this top
Filipino
16 there
players.
are 6
Six Filipino players, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have 8 Japanese players.
He just had an opportunity there and
What happened?
missed the one ball.
I was looking at the other tables. I didn't get to see that. I love to analyze
It
why
was a
people
good
miss.
solid break.
Yeah. Okay.
Opportunity to get out. Yeah.
One ball.
He may run into this 8 ball,
is
but
he
the
gonna
2
run
is
into it?
down here, so he doesn't have. Yep, very nice.
Okay.
Brings the 8 close to a pocket.
Okay.
about
So 2 ball, low
Ooh,
left.
wait, did the 8 hide the
Hide the 4
4?
ball. I don't know. He looked quickly at it, but he doesn't seem too concerned about it. So shooting with low to pull the cue ball back, and left to give it speed and angle off the side rail. He's going to come out for the 3 ball. Just come out towards the middle of the table. I know I say that a lot, come out towards the middle of the table, but a lot
It's
of
a
times,
good place to be.
a lot of times that's where you need to be.
Oh, now can we see that? Pocket.
Back in the days when we were teaching pool, that was one of the drills that we used to do, is practicing getting to the middle of the table from various types of shots. He's a little bit straight, but I think he can draw back. I think the 4 does go by because he's not really looking at that 4 ball again. So just draw back.
Let's play it in the opposite corner.
That's a good shot.
Great.
4 ball. The 8 ball is pretty close to the pocket, so he doesn't have to worry too much about the shape. I can't see the angle on the 4. Does he draw to the side rail and back out?
He may want to draw back just so he doesn't get too straight on that 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
side rail and back
And
out.
just off.
Okay, yeah, gives him a left angle to come out for the 8 ball.
And then getting from the 8 to the 9 is easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
you can do 1 rail. You can do 2 rails. I think I'd rather have a 2 rail angle on that 8 to come to the 9, end rail and then side rail by near the side pocket, coming into the zone,
Yeah,
so
look
to
at
speak.
right where he was.
Yep.
Just put his hand in his zone.
Yep. So the zone is basically shaped like a pie wedge, like a slice of pizza. So if you were to put your stick and point through that 9 ball directly at the pocket, the player side of the stick, you just widen that out like a slice of pizza. That's your zone. It's kind of hard to do without having a draw prompter on here. But if you're crossing the zone, you have to be really careful of your speed. Here he's playing into the zone,
Off that 3rd.
right? That giant pie wedge there. And so you can be off on your speed a little bit, and you're still in the area that you need to be to make that, to get position. Does he have an angle to go
He has a
down?
little bit of an angle, not enough to go down. He's going to either
Okay.
draw
Well.
back and stun or draw to the rail.
Yeah, well, draw to the rail and back out.
Yep.
That's
Well,
why play around? Just do the sure thing. Okay.
Right. 5-3.
Yep. So the shape zone is a very important concept to learn about how to get into position for the next ball, and understanding how to use it. It kind of helps you out because, as we mentioned earlier, there's only 3 things you can control. You've got your angle, you've got your speed, and you've got your spin. The angle of the shot is pretty much determined because you're trying to make the ball, and all you're left with is speed and spin to control where the cue ball goes. Now, with the zone, if you're going along the line of the zone, you can be off on your speed a little bit, and you'll still be there. But if you're going across the zone, you have to be really sure of your speed.
To be more precise.
Yeah, to be more precise, because otherwise you come short or you go across it and you're too wide.
Okay,
And
so
we've got
his
the
cue
cue.
ball was a little better controlled. That what? Oh, was he practicing? Did his opponent take a break?
Even if he did, is he allowed to take practice breaks? What did we miss here? The 10 ball didn't go on the break. It's not a re-rack. It's not a spot situation.
This is the point break thing, right? Where they have to do certain things. I think he's just practicing. Nice control there. Getting that corner ball to go two
Yep.
rails around.
Okay. So I think maybe he didn't get enough balls past the side pocket on the first break. No,
Oh, he's just
practicing.
He's just
Okay.
practicing. Okay.
I didn't realize you were allowed to practice while your opponent,
Your opponent takes a break.
takes a break. Okay, so what are we at? 5-3,
5-3.
and HIJIKATA.
Yes, yep, 5-3 HIJIKATA. HIJIKATA is was the Japan Open champion twice, 2013 and 2016.
2013 and 2016, yes.
And then last year he made it to the semifinals. Was tied for 3rd and 4th.
Okay. And how did Kitatani do last year?
Kitatani last year was tied for 9th. So he made it to this round of 16 last year. But his highest placing in the Japan Open is 3rd place.
3rd place.
In 2017 and in 2018.
Okay.
Oh, we had that ball
Right.
go around 2 rails again. We have an interesting situation with the 1 ball. 3 rails?
Okay, so the 3 ball makes that corner pocket really big if you had an angle to bank it, but the 9 ball's in the way. Let's see, what do you do here? Play safe?
Safe. I'm hiding that
One
cue ball
mo-
behind the 9 and taking
One
the 1
rail,
ball
one
down.
rail, the 1 ball down to the end rail, or do you 2 rail it?
1 rail.
Yeah.
Able to control the cue ball a little more.
Okay, so it's really thin shot, almost like you're trying to cut it
Oh.
down. Yeah.
What's he doing?
Is he gonna try to hide behind the 9? He's hitting it low. It looks like he's hitting it full too. He did 2 rail it to the end rail. I don't.
He didn't get his speed.
Yeah, I prefer the thin version of the shot on that to more hide the cue ball than hide the 1 ball. Because you have a lot of balls down there that you could that the one ball can hide behind. Okay, now, is he going to get a Moses? I think he can see it.
This is hard to tell. Looks like he has
has
a full ball view and maybe even a bank. He was looking at the 3.
Do you want to risk the bank at this point? Do you want to be sure and play safe? They're both.
Again, he has a one or two rail safety option or bank to the side.
That bank looks pretty stiff though on these. I don't know how well these tables are playing on the banks. You might be looking for the safety option. Yep.
Go. Good speed on that.
Good speed.
Cue ball.
See, there you go. Hide the cue ball. And it came off the rail, but not enough to be comfortable.
Going for his jump cue.
He is going for his jump cue. Alright, so the 10 ball is in the way, so he just has to make it over the 10 ball. Well, he's put a lot of angle on it. And he has successfully made a legal hit and left another difficult shot. Again, another safety opportunity. So, do you thin it
I think he's
and
gonna
scooch the cue ball over behind those other balls? Yeah. There you go.
Side to side. Okay.
You left him almost a similar shot to a while ago.
This is the 7, right? The 7 and the 10.
Yeah, can't tell if it's in the way.
Walking.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's hidden.
Good.
Okay, so it's back to the jump shot. Back to, does he have the green handle jump shot, jump cue there? Okay, so I think he's gonna hit a little bit on the right side of the 1 ball to try to split the balls apart. Oh, did he try for the bank?
I didn't see if he called it.
Oh, but then again, you do have a couple of balls that are blocking pockets up there, so it's not like you're going to leave a cinch shot. But still, you're letting your opponent get back to the table. So, play the 1-9, play safe. What do you do? I think that's what he's asking himself.
What do I do?
Is he going to play bank? Or is he playing safety? Playing combo. So many options. Taking a look at the shot clock, he asked for his extension.
Okay.
So we see the shot clock over there went back up to 50, and now it's counting down.
Oh,
Okay.
call to the side.
He's calling the side. Well, really, he's kind of playing a safety. He's banking it down in case it goes. He's calling it, I guess, because he's going to play it to the side rail enough so that it tries to go to the end rail, middle of the end rail, and hide. But there's still a chance that it can go into the side pocket, so he called it just in case, since the 3 was right there. It's a pretty good strategic shot. And looks like we're, excuse me, we're looking at a 1 rail kick here, I think. I don't think he can see it. So, going to the side rail and kicking the 1, but then you end up leaving it there. So he's calling it in the corner pocket just in case it goes. So he's going to put a pretty good amount of speed on this. Kick it. Oh, and he hit the 4 ball first. Yeah. It looks like he tried to go deep enough to go 2 rails into the 1 ball. Try to go side rail, end rail to hit the 1 ball off the bottom rail. But he went too deep and ended up hitting the 4 ball first. So ball in hand, and it's still not easy. Is that 4 ball on the corner? He's looking at where he needs to be to get to the 4 ball from the 3. So apparently it is. Wait, no, the 4 ball is the purple, right? So it's the 5. Is that the 5 ball that's sitting on the corner? Okay.
Oh, 4, 5.
Oh, four ball is the one saying.
Pink.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 ball is pink.
I hate this color combination.
It takes a while to get used to.
Yep. Okay, so inside spin, 3 rails
3
around.
rails, 4 rails maybe. Get really active.
Yep. 1, 2, 3,
And
and 4.
Beautiful
and
shot.
5. And
Now, where do you want to be on this 5 ball?
rail first, or
Oh.
just try to spin off of
Okay.
it. Okay, he's just going to spin off of it.
Side pocket and drift.
Yeah, he's going to end up. Yeah, he's
A
going to
little
end
bit
up.
of an angle to the bottom rail and the side.
Yeah,
and come up.
He's going to have a cut to the right, taking the cue ball to the left for shape off after the 5 ball. You can't really push it forward to get on the other side of that shot line, unless he goes up table and back down, which he did. Okay, so he did do that. Now, is he straight enough to pull back? I don't know if it goes by the. He's looking at it.
He didn't want to shoot it over there.
Well, he looks like he does have a little bit of an angle for the cue ball to go to the left. So if he draws, he might be able to shoot the 8 ball in the lower left-hand corner pocket, or he could follow. Let's see, is he cueing
He's
low?
gonna look over his.
He's crouched over the knife. He is. Looks like he is cueing low. So he's going to draw back, and it's going to come over to his left. He needed more draw than speed on that one.
And that was a little punchy.
It was a little punchy because it already had a little bit of an angle going that direction. He just wanted it to mosey on down. Okay, shooting the 8 ball. You can go straight up and down, or you can go end rail, side rail. Player's choice. He's going end rail, side rail. And he is all over the place with his speed. No, I don't know. It's not the overcut, it's the speed. Alright, so, yeah, if...
Wow. How confident are you in the rail first shot?
Myself, I prefer the rail first shot, but depends on what it looks like from down there. I think you can go
he's going straight up to the rail.
just
and-
straight follow, just pocket the ball, and come on
Oh,
out.
he had enough angle to come that way. Wow, look at that. And okay, now he nails the speed.
That was a great shot. Way to stay in the game. All right, he's distracted by something. Okay, get into your rhythm. 1, 2, and hook. Yeah.
We have 6-3 in favor of HIJIKATA. The applause you heard earlier was for Dennis Orkoyo.
Oh, did he
Finishing.
steamroll? Oh my gosh, 8-2.
8-2.
Wow. Yeah, Dennis Orkoyo, who just finished his match 8-2, he won this actually in 2008.
He hasn't been back in a while, I think.
No, I'm checking the old stats, and yeah, that's the only one that he won. I don't know how well he placed in the other ones. He's played a number of times in this tournament. One of the tournaments that I played, I remember he was playing a few tables down. And
Loliwen also just finished his
8-2.
match, 8-2.
Another
over
steamroller.
Yoshihiro.
Loliwen is currently ranked. I think he's a top-ranked player
number
right
one.
now. Yeah. Ooh, he moved over. He moved his brake over. Did he listen to me? Oh, but then he lowered his speed.
Oh, that
And
3
he
ball is
lowered
gonna
his-
know.
and it
but
went.
the 6.
Yeah, the 6 ball let go.
And he's hooked on the 1.
Yeah, because he lowered his speed a little bit, and he cued a little low, too. I think he was trying to follow the 1 ball out, but People are having some issues with the brake today, it seems. So, what do you do here?
I am pushing out, but where to?
Yeah, there are a lot of push-out options. You can try to kick at this, but the one ball is so close to the pocket. Even a push-out's not going to do you a whole lot of good. Maybe you try to tie something else up with the push-out. Maybe roll the 2 and snuggle it up on the 7. Shoot the 2 and snuggle it up on the 9. Just a simple push out is not going to do it. Maybe you move the 4 to tie up the 1 ball a little bit, so even with ball in hand it makes it difficult to get around for the 2 ball. Looks like he's pushing out with the other option. He is going to open up the table. This is not what I would.
We hadn't considered that strategy.
No, we hadn't considered the give your opponent an open table and let him and dare him to run out kind of strategy.
No, I can't see if he.
Now, of course, the opponent passed it back because the 2 ball is hidden.
Well, no, not the 2.
I mean, the 1 ball is hidden by the 2.
So
The 2 ball is hiding the 1. So it looks like he's going to be jumping.
It's a very long jump.
Well, but he has a lot of ground to land on. A lot of times when it comes to the jump, you have to consider what we call the air-to-ground ratio. If you have more ground to land on than you have air to be in, pretty safe bet to do the jump. If it's the other way around and you have more air to be in than you have ground to land on, then you might want to consider not doing the jump shot. Okay, the 3 ball is in the corner, so here you just need to bear down and make the 2. You want to put a little follow on this, go to the end rail and back out. I don't think he's in a position to do any kind of stop shot or anything. So just follow it, shoot it. Looks like the cue ball is going to go to the left towards the end rail.
Yeah, I'd be a little worried about the 8 ball if you come up too high.
The only ball I'd be worried about is the 9 ball.
Oh.
Even then, you're not going into the 9 ball. So it's not like you're going to pound it. You're just going to go to the end rail and back up towards the middle of the table.
I've heard that before.
Oh, get around the 9 ball. See, that's why I said the 9 ball is the only one I'm
He
worried
was
about.
straighter than
Okay.
I thought.
All right, good. And
Okay, so we have the 3.
so
We have
3
the
ball.
4 very close.
Now, do you want to just stop shot this and be shooting off the rail? Or do you want to cut it in and go around to the other side of the 4 ball? Or maybe
And draw back just a little.
or bounce off the side rail. Oh, okay, he's gonna. Well, the 5 ball is sitting by the side pocket, so I guess it's okay. So
He thinks he has enough angle to go forward to the rail.
let's see.
Yep. To the rail between the 1st and 2nd diamond. 2nd diamond. Okay. More angle than I.
Okay, 5. And does he go off the rail and hold for the 8? Yes, right there. Shoot with follow, a little bit of right, follow to get it to the rail, right to bring it towards the 8, staying in the zone, shape zone. Boink.
You could see the spin. That is one benefit of using these balls for spectator matches or televised matches, is you can't
I still
see
prefer the measle
spin.
ball. Now, I don't know what the specs are. Is the measle ball different in weight or size or composition than this cue ball? Might need to take a
I
look.
don't know.
please.
We'll have to look.
Okay, follow 2 rails. And so depending on the angle here, you'll either draw back, shoot the 10, or follow to the end rail,
Seems
come up
pretty
for
straight.
the 10, or go 2 rails around
drawing.
the 10. Looks like he's straight enough to just hold it. Pool is such a
Very
three-dimensional game that when you're looking at it on a two-dimensional monitor, it's very difficult to really see what kind of angles you have. And we are at 6-3. now?
7-3.
Oh, 7-3.
It was 6-3. Now
Oh.
7-3. He is on the hill. This is a race to 8.
Race to 8. So that would bring his stats up, and because he is one game up on their head-to-head at the moment.
4-3. All right. Head to head. 4-3. Okay.
So effectively, this is his last chance at breaking.
It should be his.
Well, yeah. Seeing as it's winter break, he only needs to win one more game. This is his last break.
Watch that cue ball.
Keep control. There. Okay.
Got bumped by the.
All right. So he got a
4 ball.
roll. The 9 ball went into the side pocket. We didn't get a corner ball to the corner pocket this time. Now. Huh?
Let's see, does that one go?
No,
it's
it is
way
not.
far away.
That
Okay.
This is
Safety City.
This is a safety waiting to happen. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to just hold the cue ball on the end rail there?
I
Try
think
to
he's
hide
looking
behind
at,
some of these
taking
balls?
the. Oh no, he's going
He's
to
going to thin it. Is he looking at thinning it?
It's hard to reach, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's see what he does. Huh?
Oh, he's
Nope.
thinning. Okay, left side, and he's going to
He's
leave the
gonna
cue
put a
ball
lot
over
of left
by
spin on
the
it to-
3 ball.
Yeah, a lot of left
Just
spin on
past
it.
it. Come on, come on. Wanted to bring it over a little more, but he's okay.
Nope, that's fine. He left his opponent a kick shot. You know, the safety, the goal of the safety really is not to win the game off the safety. You just want to get back to the table. That's your objective.
That's
So
right.
as long as you get that, you have successfully completed your safety. Now, of course, anything can happen here. You can kick, you know, opponent can kick this ball and bank it into the side pocket or something strange
You
like
could
that.
be playing Efren.
You could be playing Efren.
Uh,
There we go.
Um,
Two rails to the side, maybe. Okay. All right, but
again, this is a call pocket.
it is called
game.
pocket.
He's
All
going to
right, so he's asking
He's,
for the timer to be
pause
held
the
because
shot
he's
clock.
waiting for clearance to get to the shot. I guess the tables are a little closer than I initially thought. So what to do here? Does it go by the 2? Or is he going to just thin it?
roll it up onto
well,
the 2.
Well, no, roll it past the 2 and snuggle the cue ball
Yes.
on the 2.
Ooh, it's touchy though. Hey, lean up
It
that
is-
much angle. Oh, you gotta
can't-
watch that. Yeah, he's
I
looking
can't
at that side
tell,
pocket.
but it looks like that's what he's thinking of doing, just letting the cue ball go a little bit to the left
And you have to
to
get
hide behind
real.
the 2. Oh yeah, it does have room to go by. And if he can get to the rail, it'll just bounce him straight into the 2. He'd have a really nice safety. Oh, he's changing his mind. He's going to do it the other way around, because that is also an option. So bounce the 1 ball, 1 rail and back into the 2. And let the cue ball go down.
Off the bottom, down towards the bottom rail again.
Yeah.
He's left a kick.
Yep.
And we're having the referee come over and watch because those are a little close. Did he just call that in the side? I might call it in the corner as far up as it is. Oh no, he's kicking the other direction. Okay.
Ooh, long rail for the kick. Okay.
Good hit.
Is he gonna get a good
He's
result?
getting
Not really. Yeah, it's not terrible leave for him, but you know, at this level, I don't see any issue for Hijikata-san to play this one ball in the corner. He doesn't have to do a whole lot. Just straight follow. Cut the ball in, straight follow, bounce off the side rail, and come back out for the 2. Just enough speed to make. Oh, he's banking. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was enough room to cut it in.
It looked pretty steep.
Did it?
Yeah. And this is a cinch into the side and
Yeah.
hold the cue ball or drift up if you have
Yeah,
it.
just gonna let the cue ball roll up a little bit there. Tiny bit, roll up. And now 3 ball. Low to keep the tangent, to go to the side, to the end rail. Well, wait, where are we going? We're going to the,
3 and
the 4 ball right there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So low right then.
This could be tricky. The 5 ball is the purple ball down here on the bottom right.
Yeah, he hit that with more speed than I thought he needed. Okay, this kind of cut is interesting because a lot of people like to use inside spin to try to cut this ball in, which he did as well. But I don't like the angle it takes you to on that.
I don't know if he's gonna like this angle either.
It's makeable. It's makeable, and the shape is fairly
The
natural.
shape is natural. You do have to avoid the scratch.
Ooh, looks like he's jacking up. I actually don't think you need to. I think you can cut it and go basically.
It looks like you could cut and go 2 rails, but
Yeah, it
he
looks
may
like
be
it-
looking at going
it looks
low
like
and
it-
going into the 8.
It looks like it'll take you to about a half diamond or something like that. It doesn't look like a scratch if you cut it in. But he's gonna jack up. I guess it looks different from over there.
Well,
And that was a 10 ball, not the 8 ball. Yes, these colors are. Is the 6 ball covered by the 10? Can he see it?
looks like he can see it.
If he can see it, then it's just a okay. No, looks like he's jacking up. He's jumping. Wow, doesn't even look like he's aiming at it. Is he going 1 rail? I'm sorry, this angle looks funny to me. No, okay. Did that look strange to you?
Yes, it
as
did.
well?
I
It looked like he
couldn't
was
tell
aiming at.
if he had a clear shot at it or not.
I think it's the parallax view from the camera made it look funny, but it looked like he was totally aiming in a totally different place. Okay, you just don't want to. You don't want to scratch. This is kind of a tricky one. Cutting it to the right takes your cue ball on a tangent pretty close
Towards
to
the
that
10.
towards the pocket. Especially if you're going to follow go around for the 7. Now, cutting it to the left gives you a better chance of staying on the table, but that's a harder shot. So, which do you choose? And I think that's what he's trying to debate, left or right. Well, can't tell. He went to the right. Okay.
And taking the
Kept
cue
the
ball
speed.
3
Perfect.
rails around.
Perfect. Good shot. And he's got an angle that takes his cue ball to the left, so he's going to draw up around that area where he was
Around to the
standing.
side
He
pocket.
wants to shoot from over there. So it's not so much a, oh, he's going to follow. No, that was weird. It looked weird from up top. I thought it looked like he was going to cue high. I'm sorry, is Casper here?
Did
Okay.
not get far off the rail. He has to go
Well,
Is he just going to drift down to the center?
well, a little bit of follow up to the end rail and then back down towards the center of the table
And he undercut that ball. It still went.
because he was trying to get to the rail. Again, you can't be swayed by the cue ball. You need to keep focus on the object ball. And we have 7-4. Okay, he's got a long road ahead of him to try to get back into this match. On the other table there, that's Kuribayashi, right?
It is Kuribayashi at 6 and Sugiyama at 5 games.
Hey, I had the table map. Where did it go?
Oh, Kitatani breaking.
There's last score.
Now, we haven't seen him break for a while, so let's see. Meaning,
Okay, Linning versus Oliver Villafuente.
Villafuerte.
Villafuente. Okay, 8-5, winning. Wow, that's
a strong break, and it's going to stay up.
And we have okay, yeah, finally got back to my table views. Okay, so we're down to 4 tables. And where's Kuribayashi? Kuribayashi is 6-5. And this is the second year that we're using these diamond tables here for the Japan Open. I believe there's a contract to use them for another year.
I think, yeah, 3 years.
And hopefully they can continue because diamond tables are pretty great.
These are rapidly becoming the
Standard.
industry standard, yeah,
Yep.
for professional tournaments. Let's see what just happened over there. We have 6-6 on
6-6
table
for
2.
Kuribayashi. Okay, back to our table.
All
We
right.
have the 4 ball to the corner pocket and shoot with low to stun across the table to shoot the 6 in the same corner pocket. So basically it's a stop shot at an angle. Okay, bounce off the rail. You don't want to be on the rail. And he's very, okay. Looks like
There's
he.
a little angle to go to the side rail above the side pocket, and then
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if you have to go that much. Maybe you can just stun to the right a little bit and just shoot the 7 in the bottom right corner. I don't think you need to go to the side rail. Just like that.
You're right.
Now he's got a little bit of opposite angle going on here. You could force draw this side rail and back out. You could go forward and try to miss the 10 and come out. Is he going to force
It goes
draw?
to the side rail and across.
Yeah, force draw to the
Let's
side rail.
see. Yep. With left, bring it up table.
He's got a little bit
Angle
more of
to
a
come
punchy
across.
stroke than I recall. kind of reminds me of Alan Hopkins. Remember that punchy stroke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For all of you old school pool players out there.
That would be Alan Sr.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. So we have a man on a bit of a comeback trail.
Oh, 7-5.
Yeah. So Kitatani coming up to within 2 of his opponent. And now
His opponent is Hijikata is taking a break.
Hijikata is taking a bit of a break. So the Prince of Bro. What does that come
Where did that
from?
come from?
And BRO is in all caps. So I don't know. Maybe it might be an acronym for some place like wherever he plays billiard or something. I don't know. So it's not Bro. It's maybe BRO.
BRO?
That would be. Where does he play out of? It's not Rosa. I just noticed. So I am looking on the what's called the Billy Walker page. It's BILLI-Walker.jp, which has a bunch of pro player information for the JPBA, men's and women's. There's also world men's and women's player statistics. But on his photo, or actually on all their photos, there's a copyright.
Mm-hmm.
Copyright by Hayato, well, I suppose, who is the photographer who took these photos. So Hijikata, who is currently taking a break right now, his JPBA rank is 2. His rating for the year up to 2023 September is rating of rank 8. His win-loss record is 621 wins, 214 losses. See, looking on the stats here, they have a JPBA rank, they have a JPBA East rank, and then they have a GPE rank.
GPE.
GPE. I'm not sure what that is. I might have to look that up. Looks like he plays with nets and exceed cues. So for 2023, his win-loss is 41 wins, 6 losses. His win ratio is 87%.
41 official wins?
Well, yes, official wins.
JPBA official matches.
So I'm also looking at stats. They also have the stats of who he has beaten the most and who he has been beaten by the most. It looks like he's most successful against Lo Li Wen, oddly enough.
Really?
Yeah. Who is ranked number 1.
We'd have to look at the brackets again. Do we have a potential matchup here?
I don't know. Okay, so he is breaking from half diamond off, which that's probably the most common. Oh, we have a hill on which table?
One of the Philippine players.
One of the Philippine matches? Oh, no, the Japan matches. Kamihashi and Tashido are 7-7.
On table number 5, which we cannot see.
Which we cannot see. Table 6 is also hill, or not hill, tied at 6. Oh, he
Did
got
go
a lot of
ball,
well, he got a lot of balls past the side pocket. The problem is they're all kind of
everything
crunched
clustered
together.
up in that upper left.
So you can play the one to the upper left-hand corner, but then the cue ball goes into the side
Into the-
rail and bump into the end rail
Into the,
and
or
bump
into
into
the two.
3 to hold shape, or do you want to shoot it soft and kind of slide off the 2 to
You
shoot
may
the
run
2
into
in
the
same-
two.
same- No,
Oh.
he pulled into the 9.
was able to pull.
Okay.
Oh, this
This is
workable.
doable. This is completely doable. 2 into the corner, play the 3-8 combo, leave the 3 where it is, then play the 3, go off the end rail back down for the 5 ball. I'm just playing the whole game in my head right now. Then you essentially play
Let's see if he gets out the same way.
yeah, 7 into the corner pocket, 9 into the same pocket where the 8 ball is, and then 10 to the same pocket. Ooh,
Wow, he
he,
really had an angle there, and he
what?
didn't hold the ball.
I don't understand.
I don't think he does either.
I don't think he expected it to move that far.
Mhm.
Maybe the tables are drying out a little bit and speeding up. If he had that much of an angle.
We've seen Hijikata get a better handle on his speed in the last couple of games.
Yep, he started off a little bit iffy, but
Yeah, he is jumping for this
he is
ball.
jumping, and he
We
has
have a
more
jump
ground than air,
combo.
so we're okay.
Jump carom. And where is that 3 ball going?
Let's
Is
see
it going
it
to
stop.
set up? And
Okay.
he maybe.
I think he's got a clear shot at it.
Yep, looks.
Um,
And an angle to come up is very close to the rails.
yeah, it's going to be
It's going to kill.
Well, it's going to be difficult to put any right-hand spin on it to get the angle off the end rail to come up. So he might inside spin this. He might go around
Overcut it
first.
and
Yeah, or he might just settle and just cut it in and let the you've got to kind of hit it a little thick to get the angle towards coming out to the right.
and again he
And he's getting
overreacted.
he's getting a lot of speed off that ball that he's not expecting.
This isn't a bad place to be.
Yeah.
He has an angle towards the side rail and the 7 near the spot.
That is the 7.
Yes. Oh,
Okay, so shoot the 4 into the corner. I think he has enough to stun off the side rail, just shooting it with low, stun into the side rail and back out to shoot the 7 in the opposite corner pocket. And he should be left with an angle cutting to the right, which will take his cue ball to the left towards the 9 ball.
if he's straighter, he can stun up behind the,
Yeah.
above the side pocket. And if he doesn't get that angle, well, let's see what happens.
Slow down.
That was
Yep.
confident.
Yep. And there we go. It's got a, he's
Not
got
a big angle.
Not a big angle, but enough. It's enough for him to get out. He can get to the side rail above the side pocket. So shoot with low.
He
This
could
is-
even choose to draw further
Yeah.
up table.
Well, and this is a matter of speed. You put the speed on it to keep that tangent line, keep that angle off the object ball, and get up there. So it's more speed than spin on this. He's a little bit rail to rail.
Again, as a matter of preference, which side of the 10 ball do you want to be on?
Well, not just that. It's how are you comfortable shooting this ball? Are you comfortable shooting with left, with center, or with inside? It kind of, a lot of players have their preferences. This does not look good.
That was not what he wanted to happen right
No,
there, and
if-
he is going to concede that final
Yeah.
10 ball.
That
Oh,
that is
that's-
a tough shot because it's going to go forward a little bit. A lot of players choose to shoot that with inside to make sure that something like that doesn't happen.
Thanking the referees, and that is
Yep.
Hijikata
And
coming
that
out on
is-
top in that match.
And he pulls ahead 5-3 in their head-to-head.
That's right.
And we're down
So
to
Yoshihiro Kitatani ties for 8th, or ties for 9th.
Well, let me go to the bracket and see where we're at. Okay, so we are currently all these matches are the round of 16. So that leaves them tied for 8th, and then we're moving into, let me refresh this page. And so that brings us to the end of this match. I don't know what we're doing as far as the stream goes.
I don't either. At the moment, we're looking at table 2, just for
yeah.
fun. We're going to watch
Yeah,
table 2 and see if Kuribayashi can get out of this round.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what it's going. Arigatou gozaimasu. They need to give us a bit of. I don't even know. They probably had some commercials or something in there.